Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome back to our YouTube channel once again. And it is my hope and prayer that this video is going to find you guys in good health. Personally, I am fine as you can see. Kisumu is also fantastic. And maybe you could also let me know where you're watching the video from, the county or the country in case you are out of the republic. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to begin this video by asking you guys one very important question. Do you think it is a good idea for Raila Odinga to go to Addis Ababa as the next chairperson of the African Union Commission? Because we all know that Raila Odinga has already expressed his interest of becoming the next chair of the African Union Commission. Do you think it's a good idea for Raila Odinga to go? Or, in your own opinion, do you think Raila Odinga should remain in the country as ODM leader and as a new leader in the hope that in 2027 he's going to contest for the presidency of the Republic of Kenya? I want to read your answer to that question. Because Raila Odinga is facing serious political headache. Back at home here, there are so many Kenyans who are depending on Raila Odinga as far as politics is concerned. You go to ODM party, you go to Azimio. Which means if Raila Odinga were to leave, most of his supporters are going to remain orphans. And of course, there's the possibility of winning that seat. Which also means Raila Odinga might be tempted to go for it. Amina Mohammed missed that seat just by 2 votes. Raila Odinga with his network can easily win. Number 2, there's also the possibility of Raila Odinga winning the seat, which makes it very lucrative for him and attractive. If you were to ask me, as someone who believed that Raila Odinga ought to have taken a break from Kenyan politics, this is a good opportunity. To an extent that even if he wants to come back to contest, he can come back later after 3 years. And of course, there's also this idea of challenging Ruto or fighting for the rights of Kenyans, who in the current political setup in the Republic of Kenya, can challenge William Ruto. It's only Raila Odinga. But if you were to take that job, it means Raila Odinga cannot do that. So yesterday, Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Alliance and their brigades were in Homa Bay County for the investment conference. And from the speeches, it was clear that there is serious political headache amongst various leaders as far as Azimio politics is concerned and ODM party politics is concerned. Most people are banking on Raila Odinga, and should Raila Odinga leave, serious political headache. None other than Charity Ngilu posed that question to Raila Odinga. I want you guys to listen to Charity Ngilu because Raila Odinga responded to her.
I know you want me to sit down, but before I sit down, Baba, umepangaje? Umetupangiaje? You know, I'm told to avoid the politics here, but I don't think I can avoid politics. And I think many of you will not ask. But I've been with Baba for all my years in politics. Kwa hivyo I can ask him, ni lazima atuelezee, na mtoto akitoka kwa mama yake, au baba akiacha watoto, lazima wapange. Kwa hivyo nataka kukuuliza Baba, tupange vizuri. You know, ulitupanga in 2002. You must punk us again so that we know how to take this country forward. Asante sana. God bless you. God bless Homa Bay. God bless us in Kenya. Asante sana.
But in his response, Raila Odinga was very, very clear that he's going nowhere. That from here to Addis Ababa is just too near. He can sleep, and I listened to his speech also in Kisii, and he repeated the same, that he can sleep in Kisii, take a flight to Addis Ababa very, very fast. So it means there's a serious political head. I want you to listen to Raila Odinga, then I want to explain to you guys all these details.
Secondly, let me respond to some issues being raised, some fears. I'm not going anywhere. I'm around. I've been running around trying to get support from different heads of states. I was with some in Namibia just the other day. And I went to the president of Uganda after I talked to him to go and ask for his support. And then we met there with Mr. Ruto, who had also gone there, to talk about the issues they're having with oil, the G2G. He was his minister for energy. So after we talked about my candidature, they talked about the issue of oil among themselves. But I asked for their support, and both of them agreed that they would support me. President Museveni said he would be the one to propose me as the chair of African Union Commission. And I said, thank you very much. But I'm not going away. Addis Ababa, as Charity said, is only 2 hours away from Nairobi. I'm available. Whenever I'm called, I will answer. I'm ready to work with you people. But what is important is that we must ensure that what we set out to do is eventually achieved and accomplished. We had said, and you also, some of you may be forgetting, we said that we are unbogable. We are unbogable. We are also unpangarable. We cannot be pangered. Who can pangoa? Who can pangoa? Who can bogoa? Who can bogoa? We are unbogable. Therefore, have no fear at all. We are unbogable, and we will get there. Thank you very much.
Now, that's Raila Odinga. And from that response, it is clear that Raila Odinga is in a very, very tight corner.
Sasa mimi niko na nyinyi. Baba haendi mahali. Sawa sawa. Nikienda Addis Ababa hapa ni saa 2 tu na ndege. Nalala hapa Kisii, asubuhi natoka na ndege, saa 4 nimefika kule, nafanya kazi. Siku Friday mimi narudi. Sasa mimi niko hapa. Na mkinitaka kwa kazi ile nyingine yote, mimi niko. Nasema hiyo ikae kwanza, mimi nitakuja kufanya hii wananchi.
So in this video, I want to explain to you guys the meaning of what Raila Odinga was trying to say but did not say. But before we do that, for those who are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support, because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, allow me to dive in. What do you think Raila Odinga was trying to say? Why do you think Raila Odinga is insisting that he can play local politics and at the same time become the chair of the African Union Commission? You see, for Raila Odinga to become the chair of the African Union Commission, it simply means one thing, that he must be fronted by the member state, which is Kenya. And for Raila Odinga to succeed, it also means that the country called Kenya must support him fully. And that's why even Kalonzo Musyoka was very clear in his statement that because Raila Odinga expects the vote from Kenya and the support from Kenya, he can no longer call William Ruto Sakayo. Yesterday, Raila Odinga referred to Ruto as Mr. Ruto, but in his official statement after the meeting in Uganda, he referred to William Ruto for the first time as president. So in my view, Raila Odinga's response is informed by the following. Number one, the impact of his departure as far as Kenyan politics is concerned. You see, change is normally very good, but very difficult. For Azimio or ODM, for that matter, to accept that Raila Odinga will go to Addis Ababa and that they'll have to choose another party leader is something that is really going to take them time. I've been reading comments. There are people who believe that if Raila Odinga were to leave today, then for them and voting will be the end of the day. I think they are still in the denial phase. The truth is, some of us, I really want the best for Baba. I want Baba to be the president of the Republic of Kenya. But I would not want a situation, and I'm on record on this platform, I was actually opposed to Raila Odinga at his age being subjected to mandamanos, while someone like Gideon Moi was just resting in Kabarak. Yeah, so the truth is, if Raila Odinga were to leave, he's going to leave behind orphans. And even him, I know, is wondering how he's going to do it. So he has to just assure them that hapa na hapa ni karibu. You see, it's like, I remember there was time I was working in Siaya, but staying in Kisumu, and having stayed in Kisumu for a long time, I used to commute. I had a house in Siaya, but because I could not really fit in easily, because I had not made friends, I would go to Siaya every morning, come to Kisumu every evening. Every morning, Kisumu every evening. Then you find yourself starting making friends. You say, okay, today is Friday, is Wednesday. I don't need to go to Kisumu because I have a house here. You spend there. By the time you know, you are sleeping in Kisumu the whole week. Then unaenda Friday, you come on Monday. By the time you know, 2 weeks, you are in Siaya. So it begins like that. Of course, Raila Odinga can start playing that kind of politics where he can come over the weekend. But you see, African Union chair is a full-time job, and Raila Odinga will be in charge of 50. How many countries do we have in Africa? 54, 52. He will cover all those countries. Yeah, meetings, international meetings. So I don't think Raila Odinga will come to Kisii, to do whatever he's doing, for example, today. So that's number two. He's trying to allay the fears of his supporters. The truth is, and I advised Kalonzo Musyoka in one of my videos yesterday, that there is serious fear within Raila Odinga supporters. How can they deal with those fear? That's why Raila Odinga is telling them everything will be okay, But the truth is, he's just trying to manage them. Number three, Kenya Kwanza also have their expectation. I've always told you that in politics, two constant, interest and betrayal. The interest of Kenya Kwanza is that they want to send Raila Odinga to Addis Ababa. By sending Raila Odinga to Addis Ababa, in return, they expect Raila Odinga to support him. If Raila Odinga cannot support them directly, they expect ODM base to be at least receptive of them. And of course, now they can go and tell the people, sisi tumesaidia baba, blah, blah, so it's your turn, things like those. And lastly, it is also a strategy to deter his supporters from shifting. The truth is, as we speak, if you talk to any ODM supporter, they will tell you that if Raila were to leave, probably some of them will join Ruto. Because William Ruto's brand of politics. Some of them will tell you, sisi tutakatu na Kalonzo, Uncle Steve-O. So he's still trying to deter them as they strategize. I don't know what you think. That's my take. Until next time, this is Lee Makwiny. Bye-bye.